today's world, fresh air has become a luxury. The air around us is toxic and contains many harmful compounds and pollutants which are slowly giving birth to new diseases around us. In today's video, we will try to address this extremely serious problem of air pollution. I will tell you about 12 plants which you can keep in and around your home. These plants will oxygenate your surroundings and will also minimize various air pollutants such as benzene and ammonia around us. So without further ado, let's start the video. The first plant in today's list is ficus, also known as peepal in Hindi. Many studies have proven that this plant actually gives oxygen 24/7. So this is one plant which you should definitely plant around your home. You can also keep this plant indoors in the form of bonsai. This is a very quick growing plant, thus making it ideal for bonsai lovers. There are many varieties of ficus available in the market. This is the weeping fig, probably the most popular one. So you can choose between the various varieties of this plant available and you can keep whichever variety pleases you. Second plant on today's list is aloe vera, a very common yet very useful plant. This plant is very easily available and requires direct sunlight. You can also keep it near a window. This plant stores a lot of water in its leaves and requires well draining soil. This plant will multiply faster if you choose a wider pot for this plant. Third plant in today's list is neem, also known as margosa. This is a very commonly used plant in a lot of Ayurvedic medicines and gives oxygen round the clock. This is another plant which can be grown as a bonsai if you wish to keep it indoors. Neem oil is very commonly used as a green pesticide and also it helps to cure a lot of scalp related, skin related issues. Fourth plant on our list today is money plant, another very common yet very useful plant. This is a shade loving plant and requires indirect sunlight and is ideal for indoor gardening. You can grow this plant very easily in a hanging basket or you can grow it vertically with the help of a moss stick. Money plant is also grown in water. I have made a lot of videos on money plant. I will link all the videos in the description box below. You can check them out if you want. The next plant we will talk about in today's video, the fifth plant, is Areca palm. You can grow this plant indoors. It can brighten up any dull or boring space in your home. Although this plant can be grown indoors away from direct sunlight, I would advise you to take it outside at least once a week and let this plant sunbathe for at least 3 hours. This is quite a slow growing plant, so you don't need to fertilize it very frequently. You can just fertilize this plant twice a year, that will be more than sufficient. Sixth plant in today's list is tulsi, also known as holy basil. If you have space for only 1 or 2 plants in your home, then this plant should definitely be your number one priority. This plant will purify the air around it and the leaves of this plant can be used to prepare a lot of Ayurvedic homemade herbal concoctions. If you have viral fever or sore throat, just add 2 to 3 leaves of this plant in your daily tea and consume that tea for about a week. You will notice great relief in your symptoms. The seventh plant is snake plant. This plant became quite popular a couple of years back when NASA published this plant in its top air purifying plants list. This is an indoor plant and can be grown away from direct sunlight. This plant can very easily be grown or multiplied through its cuttings. To ensure that this plant multiplies very quickly, choose a wider pot for this plant. You don't need to go for fancy pots. You can also use old plastic buckets available in your home. The eighth plant in today's list is spider plant, a great plant for hanging baskets. This plant has tuberous or bulbous roots, so you have to make sure that the soil of this plant is well draining. This plant does not like direct sunlight and can be grown indoors very easily. Spider plants love humidity in the environment. They don't do well in hot, arid climates. So to ensure the humidity level, you can spray this plant very frequently with water in summers, or you can use, if you are growing this plant indoors, you can also use a humidifier in your room. The ninth plant in today's list is again a very popular plant because of it being featured in the NASA's air purifying list. It is peace lily. Another plant which does not like direct sunlight. It can be grown indoors near a window. This is another plant which loves to grow in humid conditions and humid climate. So if you are growing this indoors in an air conditioned environment, you have to spray this plant frequently with water to ensure humidity around it. The next plant in today's list, the 10th plant, is bamboo, also known as lucky bamboo. This is another plant which can be grown in soil as well as water. Although I have noticed that if you grow this plant in soil, it grows a lot quicker as compared to just water. This plant is a great indoor air purifying plant. A lot of varieties of this plant are also available. There are several dancing bamboos, spiral bamboos and braided bamboos are available in the market. So you can keep whichever variety is conveniently available to you. 11th plant in today's list is rubber plant, a variety of ficus also known as Ficus elastica. This is one plant which is generally grown as an indoor plant, an ornamental plant for its thick leathery leaves. This plant can be grown indoors in artificial lights also. This is not a very fast growing plant, so you don't need to fertilize it very frequently. If you give more fertilizer to it than necessary, you can actually cause more damage to it than any good. The last plant on our list today, the 12th plant, is Syngonium, also known as arrowhead vine. This is a very hardy plant and is a great plant for beginners. This plant can be grown or multiplied through its cuttings very easily. You can grow this in a hanging basket also, or you can grow it vertically with the help of a moss stick. Generally, commonly, there are two varieties of this plant available in the market. There is the green one which you are seeing on the screen. There is also a pink variety of Syngonium available. So you can grow whichever variety you can get your hands on. So this was my video on air purifying plants, top 12 air purifying plants. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to give this video a like, and you can also subscribe to my channel for more gardening related videos. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, goodbye.